Welcome back to Psychology 650. The purpose of this video is to take a look at the Learning Team paper on comorbidity, symptoms, and causes. Specifically, we're going to talk a little about the assignment process, where to post your paper, how to turn the paper objectives into level 1 headings, and then conclude with critical points about papers. This particular assignment asks that you select one of the following pairs of comorbid or co-occurring, if you prefer, disorders and prepare a 1,500 to 2,000 word paper based on your research. So you can select one of the following co-occurring disorders: obsessive compulsive disorder and depression, depression and anxiety, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and depression, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and conduct disorder, depression and substance abuse, dysthymia, and major depression. And then post through the assignment link. As always, please make sure that your objectives are covered in each heading, and as I generally have provided in previous videos, I'll describe how to turn the objectives into headings. So the first objective for this paper is to discuss the general concept of comorbidity. Here's how I would put the level 1 heading: the general concept of comorbidity discussed. Simple, right straight to the point. A level 1 heading that's centered on the page. It's a combination of upper and lowercase letters, it's bold, and it does not include a period. And then support your logic with a peer-reviewed reference, and as always, give me a transition sentence that moves me from this particular objective into the next. The next objective is explain the unique way the two symptom sets interact using the comorbid pair you chose. Here's how I would write that level 1 heading: how depression and substance abuse, for example, symptom sets interact. And you could use any of the other pairs, and as usual, please don't put "for example" in your heading. Support your logic with a literary reference you have not yet used in this paper. So this reference needs to be a unique reference to this particular objective alone. And then give me a transition sentence. The next objective is to describe how researchers demonstrate comorbidity amongst disorders. The level 1 heading would read simply, how researchers demonstrate comorbidity amongst disorders. Upper and lower level case word letters, in bold, double-spaced, and no period. Support your logic again with a literary reference you have not yet used in this paper, and make a transition between this particular objective and the next, which is the final objective: to discuss the ramifications of comorbid disorders compared to a single diagnosis. The suggested level 1 heading is the ramifications of comorbid disorders compared to a single diagnosis. And then support your logic with a literary reference you have not yet used in this paper. So then, that summarizes the headings for this particular, and the objectives for this particular paper. And as usual, there are some critical points. Give me a good solid introductory paragraph that introduces me to the subject, 1 or 2 sentences, perhaps, that tells me why the subject is important, and then you can simply list the objectives for the paper. Make sure you address each objective, use headings, use transition sentences, and finish your paper off with a good, solid concluding paragraph. Paper needs to be incorporated into the APA format for in-text and reference page citations. And as always, please be careful with your spelling, your grammar, and your use of punctuation. So then, for this particular video, we've run through the assignment process, the assignment format, the objectives, and critical points. The next video covers the individual paper on research-based interventions on personality disorders and substance abuse disorders. Thank you.